to solve proportions. So let's take a look here at problem number 2. We're comparing cups to quarts, cups to quarts. So let me write that over here. Cups to quarts. You don't need to write it on the numbers. It makes it, or on the fraction bars, it makes it a little confusing. So I write mine over here, cups to quarts. And the ratio is 6 to 4 equals C, an unknown amount, to 6. So here's how to use cross multiplication. You cross multiply. 4 times C, write that, 4 times C, and then 6 times 6, and 6 times 6 is 36. So now we have 4 times C equals 36. We have to isolate the variable, which means we need to get this variable all by itself. This 4 is next to it, so I need to get rid of that 4. The opposite, and I do that by doing the inverse operation. It's multiplication, so the inverse of multiplication is division. So I'm going to divide both sides by 4. Remember, whatever you do to one side of the equal sign, you have to do to the other. So C equals 36 divided by 4. And 36 divided by 4 is 9. C equals 9 because 4 times 9 equals 36. So 36 divided by 4. So the ratio here, 6 cups to 14 quarts. C equals 9, so this would be 9. So 4, and if you do this times 1.5 times 1.5, 4 times 1.5 is 6. And 6 times 1.5 is 9. So you can see that if you use a magic 1, but the question is, how do you know to do 1.5? We usually use even numbers. We could do unit rate like we learned in the last lesson, but in this case, there's another method here of cross multiplication. As you become more comfortable with it, this will probably be the type of way you'll solve these problems from now on, just because it's so much easier. So plants to rows. So we're comparing plants to rows, and it's 64 to R, that's our variable, equals 48 to 3. And we're saying these are equal. 64 to R is equal to 48 to 3, and we need to solve for R. We do that again through cross multiplication. 48 times R times 48, and this is the way we write it. 48 times R equals, and then it's 3 times 64, and 3 times 64 is 192. Write that down, 192. Again, we need to isolate this variable. So this 48 is next to it. We need to get rid of that. Again, the inverse operation. Opposite of multiplication is division, so we're going to divide by 48, and we'll have to divide this by 48 as well. So we have R equals 192 divided by 48 is 4. Then what we have to do is and we didn't do that over here, we better do it over here, and this is what I'm going to expect on the homework. We have to fill in the blank. Remember, rewrite the problem to check. So 48 times R equals 192, and we have to write it down. 48 times blank equals 192, and then we have to fill in the blank. What is the blank? We said R equals 4. We find out, does 48 times 4 equal 192? If it does, then we've got the answer correct. It does, so we do have the answer correct. Let's take a look and see how that works with a word problem. Ben hikes 4 miles in 15 minutes. About how long will it take him to bike 10 miles? So what's being compared? Miles and minutes. So I want to write miles and minutes. I can't just leave it as M and M because then I don't know which one is miles, which one is minutes. So I have to make it clear what I'm writing about. So miles to minutes. So it's 4 miles 4 miles in 15 minutes, and they want to know how long it will be to hike 10 miles. So the 10 goes here because it's 10 miles. We don't know what this is, so we can just fill it in with an x for our variable. But we're saying these are equal. This is a proportion. 4 to 15 is the same as 10 to x. We don't know what x is, but we have to find the proper value for that. So let's multiply. The easiest part of it to do is the variable. So 4 times x equals 4 times x. So I always start with the variable first. And then 15 times 10. 15 times 10 is 150. We have to isolate the variable. So we divide by 4. And if I divide this side of the equal sign by 4, I have to divide this side of the equal sign by 4. X equals 150 divided by 4. Let's find out what that is. 150 divided by 4. 4 goes into 15 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12. 15 minus 12 is 3. 4 goes into 30. 4 times 7 is 28. 7 times 4 is 28. 30 minus 28 is 2. 4 doesn't go into 2, so I need to put in a decimal here. Bring down a 0. 4 goes into 20 5 times. So my answer is, that was a 3 there, 37.5. So x equals 37.5. We're not done yet because, again, we have to rewrite the problem and fill in the blank to see if we got it correct. I'm going to do that right here, where we have 4 times x equals 150. 4 times blank equals 150. And we're saying x, this blank here, is equal to 37.5. So let's write that down. 37.5. Let's see, does 37.5 equal 150? So 37.5 times 4. 4 times 5 is 20. 4 times 7 is 28, 29, 30. And 4 times 3 is 12, plus 3 is 15. We have only one decimal place here, so one decimal place there. Yes, 150. 4 times 37.5 equals 150. So yes, x does equal 37.5. That's how to solve by cross multiplication. Label it, set it up, multiply across, turning it into an algebraic equation. Then you solve the algebraic equation using inverse operations, just like we've taught you many times. And then you rewrite the problem and use the information you've solved. You've said that x equals 37.5. So now you have to prove it. Fill in the blank, check it, make sure it works. If it works, then you've solved the problem correctly.